Summer travel demand is behind us, sort of. Folks aren't ready to put away that luggage just yet. Here with more on where your next adventure should take you is our resident travel expert, Jeanenne Tornatore. It is so good to see you.
It's great to be here.
Summer is over already. It is now fall, but people still want to get out of Dodge.
They do, and to be honest, fall is actually one of my favorite seasons to travel. It's known as, in the travel industry, we call it the shoulder season. That means in a lot of these really popular destinations, it's that kind of in-between season. It's not the total off season, but the crowds have died down, which also means that you have better prices. And a lot of these places, you still have great mild temperatures. So it really can be that nice sweet spot to get away.
So where would you recommend people check out first? Because you were mentioning how summertime, super busy, not ideal, more expensive. Where can folks go now that maybe crowds have thinned out a little bit?
Well, my first place I would take you to is Florida. Look, everybody wants to go to Florida during the season. Now is really kind of their off season, and it will remain that way really until we get up into the Thanksgiving time frame. There are some areas in Florida that are better to visit this time of year than others. I take you down really to South Florida, to the Miami and Fort Lauderdale area. Look, this is a great time to go there because you can hit all the, the hot spots, the great restaurants without the crowds. The beaches have really died down, and there's a ton of availability and great properties. And the cool thing about Miami is you think about, all the nightlife and you see the photos of the crowds, but there are actually some great secluded areas too. The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne is actually this barrier island that's completely secluded. You have all these amazing resort amenities. You have swimming, golf, tennis, but you're really kind of away from really the, hubbub of what Miami is all about. So you kind of get the best of both experiences.
Now, it sounds expensive though. What are we looking at in terms of cost?
That's why you're going there during the fall, because look, the fall is really that off season. So, now is when you can go down to some of these, 5-star resorts and really, get better pricing than you would during the high season. So yeah, it's a bit more of a luxury property, the Ritz-Carlton, but for those that are looking for that experience and not wanting to pay the highest price tags of the year, now's the time to go.
Absolutely. What about New York?
Yeah, New York this time of year is fantastic. Look, you're thinking New York City, it's really kind of coming back now, right? We're seeing the Broadway shows, they're reopening. So, those are going to get hotter and hotter. People really kind of have that pent up demand for those. So I think if you're thinking New York, you want to, especially a lot of people like there to go do their holiday shopping before the holidays. You want to kind of think about booking now, especially if you want to get tickets to some of those hot shows as they come back, because I do think that pent up demand is going to mean that the prices there are going to be a little bit higher the closer we get to the holidays.
Right.
Another place I would take you if you're just looking for that quick drive getaway is actually heading down to Georgia. If you're thinking fall colors, which a lot of us are right now, we like to get out and enjoy all the fall foliage. Georgia is actually just a stunning state. They have so many fantastic state parks and recreation areas. I like to stay in Atlanta because it's such a great family destination. You have those great areas like Buckhead where you have great properties like the JW Marriott right there in the heart of everything. So you kind of get all the amenities, you get everything you love about the city, the aquarium, the zoo, the art museum. But then just a few miles outside of the city, you're in some of these amazing recreational areas and some just absolutely stunning foliage, drives, and scenic byways. So if you're looking for something different, maybe out and kind of
I like that. Something's a little bit more drivable too. What if we go a little bit farther out west? So what if we're not afraid of sitting in a plane for 4 to 5 hours?
Well, one of my favorite places to go in the fall is actually Colorado, right? So before the ski resorts opened, they're in their fall season, which is their off season right now. A lot of these ski resort towns are virtually empty this time of year, but they have some of the most stunning fall colors out there. And I love their fall season because it's really different than the East Coast. You get all those changing aspens. So lots of gold down in the valleys and fun ways like heading up the gondolas to see the bird's eye view, a lot of these fall colors. Denver, I found flights from $212 mid-October from Charleston to Denver. Wow. Rental cars right out of the airport from $31 a day. So really affordable this time of year. Great properties like the Sheraton downtown that has just undergone a multi-million-dollar renovation with mountain views and lots of great amenities. I like making Denver kind of a great base area because you're easy access to Colorado Springs, which is just an hour away, where you have Garden of the Gods. You have brand new Summit Visitor Center on Pikes Peak. And you can also, within an hour hour and a half, be up in the mountains in towns like Breckenridge and Winter Park and really take in these fall colors.
Sounds
The thing
great.
to keep in mind about Colorado is fall color season is early. So it's really late September through early October. You have to get out there quick.
I was going to say, and don't forget your sweaters and coat because it can get very cold. Also, watch out for that high elevation. Jeanenne, thank you so much for these great tips. We're going to follow up with you next week when we talk about going off the beaten path. So I'm looking forward to that conversation with you. We'll do that in just a week. Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
We're back after this.